Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Home Team Hype.
You know,
Hot takes meet real game, and we don't duck the smoke, right, Rich?
man, what's happening, bro? We know we do not duck any smoke. So all you niggas in the comments, y'all niggas keep coming. We on your
You
shit.
feel
Pause.
Y'all already know I can't do this alone. Got to bring in my guy, the man with the takes, the energy, and zero feel to Rich. How's life, man? What's good?
Shit, life been good, bro. Everything been solid, man. NBA been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I've been hitting on some of these bets, so I feel good.
Oh yeah, that's the most important thing. Got to put that green, keep that green in the pockets, man. For sure. We got an exciting game, exciting show for you guys today. A few things regarding the NBA and topics as the countdown to the playoffs. So among us, we only got, I think, less than 10 games for most teams out there. So we 10 games, regular season games away from putting the regular season in the books and getting straight into this playoff time. Some of my favorite time of the year, especially when it comes to the NBA basketball. It's a long, drawn-out regular season. All-stars like the halfway point. And at this point, even the regular season games are feeling like playoff games because everyone's jockeying for position and seeding to get the matchups they want this late in the season. So exciting times, exciting games are amongst us, and I'm looking forward to it. But to get right into it, I do want to touch bases on something that I noticed is going to take place today, and that's going to be the return of playoff P, Paul George, to the 76ers. He has did his 25-game suspension, has passed us. It's crazy. He's been gone for like 25 games, but if you think about it, that was about, the suspension was for 25 games, so that has passed, and he will be returning tonight when the 76ers play Chicago Bulls. So he'll be returning as a starter. They definitely need him. They've been pretty much playing with the skeleton crew the past few games, or weeks, you want to say, just due to injuries with Maxey and Embiid out and Paul George missing. They've basically been led by VJ Edgecombe and a bunch of two-way players. But that hasn't stopped them from competing. And what do you think about PG's return after these 25 games? Will it be a benefit to them? Will it help them this late in the season?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna help them. It's Paul George, but Paul George wasn't really the Paul George that we knew of before he went out. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody remember Paul George from Indiana, a little bit from OKC. And that's kind of what we was used to. That was what the standard was, but he, out his own mouth, he taking his back seat, of course. You got Joel up there, and then you got Tyrese Maxey. Is it gonna help? It can only help because it's Paul George, but it just depends on. I mean, he's gonna probably more than likely be on the minutes restriction.
No, he's not. Nick Nurse, the coach, basically said that he won't be on the minute restriction. He will be thrust into the lineup at this point in the season because they're in a race to the end, trying to increase their seeding and make sure they don't get in that play-in tournament. I have to look at the current seeding for them, but he's not on the minute restriction. He's jumping right into the starting lineup based on what Nick Nurse mentioned yesterday. So
if Paul George throughout this little stretch where is Joel playing tonight? Joel might be playing. I seen him. He was questionable on the injury report. He was questionable.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Joel's so in and out of the lineup.
My point is though, going back to Paul George, if we can get the Paul George that's shooting, throughout this little stretch anyway, 20 to 23 times a game, if we can get that Paul George, because he's gonna be efficient. I mean, Paul George, he's an efficient player, unless he's launching up all them damn threes, but he's an efficient player. So we can get the 20 shot Paul George, then it will make a huge difference. If we getting like 9 shot, 10 shots, 11 shot Paul George, nah, that's not what you want. It's not gonna. Yeah. It really ain't gonna matter. It's just another role player stepping in, shooting 10 or 11 shots. It just happened to be Paul George.
True. I think you said something interesting there, like comparing him currently to the OKC in Indiana. And that's what he mentioned when his media session. He's basically, I don't know if you've been made aware, but he was saying he blamed mental health on the banned substance use. And when you feel like you a shell of yourself and you having these injuries and these ailments is on a consistent basis like he has, maybe that did play a part in his mental and making him, use some substance that was banned by the NBA, which caused a 25-game suspension. You see young Maxey out there, young VJ Edgecombe looking like a young Paul George almost. And maybe, he feel like he owes Philly for his contribution, which he hasn't really done since they picked him up from the Clippers. You would have thought you would have got more out of Paul George. So it would be interesting to see if he can get back to some form of his older self and just being efficient from the floor and helping these guys. Because if Philly is healthy in the East, you can't say they don't have a chance with a healthy Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, VJ Edgecombe. They still got enough talent and enough pieces around that team to make some noise. So
I'm okay. Real quick, last thing. I can't really give Paul George out to no excuse on this, bro. Like, look, we get it, mental health. You know what I'm saying? You trying to protect your mental health, blah, whatever it is. But that don't give you no right to go and take something that you know that. Just take yourself out. Take yourself out the lineup. Hey, people do it all the time. Personal reasons. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie did it for a while. I'm out for personal reasons, but I got to get my mental right. That don't give you the right to jeopardize the team just because you like I'm going through some shit and I'm finna take some shit. Unless you just really didn't know, but you got the resources to know, bro. Like send that shit to somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with you 100%, but I feel like PG probably don't want that unwanted attention because he already got that stigma for mental health the way he was performing in the bubble, and
that's selfish though. That's selfish.
I can't get away. My mental. I was really in the rut and all that. Like I don't know, man. You gotta do it.
That's selfish because you going through that. Don't take the team through that if they don't need. And it's a bigger goal here, bro. Take yourself out the fucking lineup for personal reasons, and then get back when it's right. Don't be trying to play. Don't be trying to have your cake and eat it too. Like you gonna suffer more mentally because of that shit, nigga. Like this ain't rocket science. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, well, we'll see. He returns tonight against Chicago. I'm not sure if Joel is in the lineup, but we're close to the playoffs, so he should be getting in there to get some rhythm and see what they can do going forward in the East, which is most people say it's wide open, but we'll get into that a little later here and see which teams really have a shot to make some noise coming up in the next few weeks. Another player that returned from the lineup from injury would be J-Dub from OKC. He returned last night, and in his return, he basically put up 18 points. He returned a Monday lineup after missing time due to a hamstring injury. He played in a 123 win over the Philadelphia 76ers, adding 18 points in his return to help the team secure their 12th straight win. Can OKC be stopped at this point, man? Like, they've been rolling all season with injuries from Shea being out to J-Dub being out to Chet was out to, like, you name it, Harkenstein, and they just continue to roll. They continue to – that's a team that every player basically knows their role and what they have to put on the court. Whether Shea is suiting up or J-Dub is suiting up, it doesn't really matter. That's a sign of a well-coached team, and they just got all the confidence in the world like they can't be stopped, man.
Yeah, they should have all the confidence in the world. But shit, when they go up against them Spurs, it's a different story. Wemby don't play that bullshit. He done already told them niggas, bro. He told the whole world, nigga, we got their number. He ain't worried about no Jokic. I ain't worried about no Shea. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, bro. Like, and they done proved it. So yes, to answer your question, yes, they can be stopped. And the Spurs seem to be the thunder stopper right here in the great state of Texas.
It's looking like it.
And it is. Shit. I mean, it's a small. It's not a small sample size. It's the full season. Damn near. They had the full season to try to pop these boys, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's been more than one opportunity, and they've showed it wasn't a fluke after the first game when they beat them. It was like, oh, that was a fluke. You know, OKC wasn't really prepared. Then they backdoored did it at home, and then they did it in OKC again. So they have multiple wins on the team. I think they're probably the only team in the league with more, I think, 3 wins against OKC like that. And to be in the West, that says a lot. Like they're number 2, they right behind OKC on their heels, even with the injuries, which has been impressive for them to stay, number 1 seed. But the Spurs is right on their heels, and Wemby, like you say, he changed everything. The
That
alien
nigga changed
changed
everything, bro. Like when Wemby turned that motor up, bro.
Yeah.
That shit get spooky, nigga.
Like, hey,
That
beyond
shit get spooky, nigga. Like you be like, yo, I ain't never seen this created, bro. It's like a creative player. You know what I'm saying? When he decides to just be like,
a player. I don't even know if you can create a player 7'6", fam. Like on the game, like
with all those attributes. No, you can't. Nigga, that nigga he gonna be slow or he gonna
goofy
be
looking.
yeah, goofy. No,
He's
when
not
Wemby
doing
decides to turn
back,
up,
sham guy,
over
Euros, and windmill into the cup like he is. He gonna look more like Sean Bradley. No offense to Sean Bradley, but Bradley was not coordinated like Wemby's looking out there, man. Let's be honest.
Man, that should never even be mentioned in the same breath, bro.
Exactly right.
Can't even say the nigga name.
I'm just talking about 7'6". Even Yao Ming was what 7? Was Yao Ming 7'6"?
Yeah, he was like 7'4", some shit like that. He was tall, but
that was huge, man.
He was elite at what he wanted to do, which was that close to the basket stuff. But he ain't no Wemby, bro. Again, don't even mention them in the same breath.
No one's Wemby. He's truly an alien. Shout out to Space God if you know who I'm talking about. I think Wemby's also part of that quadrant folk aliens out here walking on Earth. You know what I'm saying?
I think Bobo could get busy like that too, though. They don't.
Bobo
I've been saying that, bro.
Yeah.
I know they don't. I've been saying that. I think Bobo got skills, bro. Bobo got skills.
He's definitely underrated with his skill set. It's like no real teams really giving him a chance like he should have gotten. But yeah, Wemby's different. But OKC, man, they continue to roll. Shout out to J-Dub returning to the lineup. Let's see how much he can contribute going forward for the team. Which brings me to another topic. This is not a return. This is actually a player that's out at the moment due to a collapsed lung that he suffered in the game. And that's actually our boy, hometown guy, Cade Cunningham. Let me call that. Yeah, Cade Cunningham was diagnosed with the collapsed lung, which caused him to leave the game during the Wizards following that collision. He's officially diagnosed and sidelined with a 2-week reevaluation timeline, according to NBA.com. His playoff status, there is hope he'll return before playoffs begin mid-April, notes, but currently he's not with the team. And I think they are 8-2 without Cade, but I think only 2 of those teams were above 500. But hey, a win's a win, and that's what Detroit needs to do to hold on to that number 1 seed in the East and get that home court advantage. Hate to see that with Cade because that 65 game threshold, he may not make that, which will prevent him from being eligible for any like NBA awards or achievements on his outstanding breakout year this year. Did you happen to see that news on Cade?
Yeah, I seen it, and that's the only way they can stop that boy is to try to puncture his lung. They try to puncture his lung. They try to hurt him. That's the only way they can stop him. Otherwise, it ain't no stopping Cade.
Yeah, so, it definitely seemed that way, man.
Hey, wishing my boy a speedy recovery, man. Get back, get well soon, come back and pick up right where you left off, bro. The Pistons is really holding it down since he been gone. I think he left. I was looking it up earlier because I was betting. I think he left like March the 17th, right? So they've been undefeated from since he been gone. I think, which was only like 3 or 4 games, or maybe they lost 1. But all they got to do, bro, is just keep on hooping. And this is really a blessing in disguise because it's going to make other players really step up the scoring for when he come back. They always say, oh, man, they ain't got no other scorers besides Cade. True. Yeah, they do, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just they just had to get that opportunity. And so Cade can see him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when he get back, bro, it's on, man. I'm still on the Cade Cunningham MVP wagon.
They can continue to, give you those points off the bench in that starting role. Obviously, being a starter, you have more opportunity to score, and their bench role is more limited. But if they can still get that punching power off the bench when those players return, when Cade comes back, Detroit's gonna be a tough out, bro, especially with home court advantage in Detroit. The toughness that they play with, Durant, Stewart, Cade, like they gonna be a problem, man. I
I
still
gotta see
worry if
what
they got.
I got my bad. I gotta see what Dennis. I gotta see what old Dennis was doing before Cade went
Yeah,
out because he done upped his game a lot. I wonder. So I'm
exactly.
just wondering, like, why wasn't he doing any of that before Cade went out? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
Was he not
might be
getting
a
the
sign of
opportunity?
opportunity. Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be. But this is a good thing, and it's a blessing and a curse because hopefully they have that confidence going into the playoffs, knowing like, all right, I've done this before. I can do this. Although the pressure is raised up a notch in the playoffs. It's definitely not the regular season. Defense is more intense. You're playing these teams back to back, so they get an opportunity to prepare and make adjustments. But if they can continue to score like they are doing, maybe it may not be such a bad thing that they don't have as much outside shooting as they do. Because usually in the playoffs, they tend to collapse in the paint and play, make the court a little smaller and not as spread by they're gonna force Detroit to shoot threes. So we'll see how they can
They
uphold them.
ca- they capable. They capable. They capable, bro. I'm not really
Definitely.
worried about Detroit. I just want Cade to get back, be well, come back, and get and stay strong throughout the playoffs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or get stronger going into the playoffs. I would say in terms of his physical condition, because he gonna need some games to get that conditioning back. You dealing with your lungs. That shit probably gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there ain't nothing to play with, and especially on a collision to cause it. They don't have shoulder pads and nothing like that out there when they playing basketball. So that's definitely something that you gotta be aware of and prepare for going forward. Next thing I want to get into is this team out in the West. It's kind of been quiet in the noise. It was a lot of critics chirping and saying that, oh, they can't win with this guy. He's not a winner. His numbers don't conduce to winning. And I'm not hearing a lot of that noise lately with our boy out there cooking, Luka the Don, doing his thing in LA, hitting game winners, buzzer beaters, 60-point games, 30-point triple doubles on the regular. He has significantly improved his 25-26 NBA odds, surging to the top two contention behind Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I do feel like it'll be a little too late based on the voters. They definitely probably give it to Shea on the back-to-back. But following his dominant March surge in performance with the Los Angeles Lakers, you can't say that he shouldn't be top two or runner-up in the MVP currently with the odds, especially after the performance he's been putting forth the past week. And it's crazy, Rich, because dealing with everything that Luka's dealing with off the court in his personal with the custody battle, ex-fiance, divorce, and all of that that's going on, hiring, LA's popular defense attorney, divorce attorney. With all of these distractions from the critics and all of that, Luka's blocking it all out and finding his peace on the court and balling. What does that say for the type of player he is and winner he is for him to be doing what he's doing right now with all of this going on around him?
Shit, man. I say he young, bro. When you young, you really don't be giving a fuck too much about most shit. Just get me back on the court, bro. I know when I was young, as long as I was hooping, I really didn't give a care about a lot of shit, bro. I mean, he probably got all that other stuff going on. I get it. But when you young, you got the ability to really compartmentalize, especially when you young and rich. You know what I'm saying? And you in the league, you in LA. It's like,
Ball.
hey, I'm finna go out here and ball, and it can't really much take that shit away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand. It's just, it's a personal situation, but like I say, man, when you young, the compartmentalization it come in certain situations, it can come a little bit easier. And I think that
yeah,
hooping is just one of those things. It's always been some like a sport or hooping for most kids anyway. They'll tell
hmm
you, man, I get pissed off. I'm gonna just go to the court, hoop all day. You know what I'm saying, or whatever it might be. So that's the way I look at it, bro. And it's a big job at hand, bro. It's the Lakers. Like this ain't no back alley Charlotte Bobcats. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to show up and hoop every game that you're gonna be on the court, cause the media ain't gonna give a fuck about none of that shit. They gonna mention it, but ultimately they ain't gonna give a fuck. And when it come down time to negotiation, I know you Luka, but they can hold that shit against you. So he got a hoop, bro. I know he ain't worried about it.
For sure. Yeah, he definitely doing his thing and exactly what I mean, these ain't just wins, these are statement wins. They're not beating bottom feeders, they beating contenders. And let me say this right now. This version of the Lakers is not the same team from earlier this season. They're defending, they're moving the ball, and most importantly, they closing games. If the playoffs started today, I don't feel like nobody really wants to see the Lakers in the 7-game series. If you got Luka doing what he's doing, AR contributing, and then you can't forget Bron, the king himself. And for him to not be the first things mentioned when you talk about the Lakers, I think Bron is enjoying this role. He tried to do this role early on a couple years ago with AD, but AD never really stepped up to the plate and took over that position. Bron has been leading teams since 18. Since he came into the league, he has been leading grown men, franchises, from the start to the end of the season to the playoffs. He's been doing this for over 20 years straight. This is the first season that Bron doesn't really have to be ball dominant. He can pick his spots, especially at over 40 plus years. That's what you want. You want to be fresh in the playoffs. You don't want to be exhausted giving everything you got because there's no other option. How many times have we seen LeBron go to the bench with a lead, sit down for 1 minute, and then they down 5 or 6, or they down 10, and he checking right back into the game, and he's exhausted, and you can see it. He's conditioned like no other player in the NBA history, but now he finally has someone to help him carry that load, and he doesn't have to. He can pick his spots, when to be aggressive, when to take over, and Luka's the done, like you said. Like, what more can we say? We know about him, the engine behind Luka and everything he's doing right now. He's not just playing like an MVP level basketball player. He's playing like, I dare you to stop me basketball. I dare you to do something with me, controlling the tempo, scoring on all 3 levels, and making everyone better. Not just him, he's making everyone around him better. From Jackson Hayes to your boy, what's your boy with the bronze braids? What's
my
my
nigga
guy
DeAndre Ayton? My nigga dominating.
He looking like what's that movie with oh man, I'm trying to think.
You talking about Meteor Man. My nigga looking like a golden lord. My nigga looking like a golden lord with them purple suits on.
He definitely is, man.
Hey, that's probably one of my top 5 favorite movies, nigga, of all time. Nigga.
Saying he's not Clint Capella, he's not a running up. Like, bro, just do your job. Just do your job. Luka's setting the defense on fire and watching them burn. Like, it's easy as that. One of the most dangerous players in the league heading to the playoffs right now. And the scary part is they getting hot right before the playoffs. And we've seen these stories before. Teams that struggle on early in the season get hot late and go on a historic run. I feel like they're capable of doing it. Time will tell. But, yeah, they doing their thing, man. So I like to say, are the Lakers peaking at the perfect time? And what's your opinion on it? Is this the right time for them to be peaking and doing what they're doing right now?
Nah, yeah, I feel like you always want to be, you have your engines revved up toward the end of the season when you're fighting for position. Mm-hmm. It's going to give you opportunity. As long as they solidify where they want to be at, which is, I think, in the third position, it's going to give them a chance to rest down the stretch, you know what I'm saying, which is going to be something that they need. Mm-hmm. With LeBron, just kind of accepting this role. Because, like, as a hooper, bro, when you still, like, I know, like, you can still go get buckets on probably anybody, but you don't have to do it every single time. Mm-hmm. And you can pick and choose when you want to go and get buckets. Like, LeBron is enjoying this shit. He probably like, man, I just sit back here and when I want to go score, 5, 10 straight, I can go do it. When I don't need, and I can take my foot off the gas, and the gas, somebody else is pressing that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just as good. So with him playing this way, man, really, don't nobody want to see the Lakers. Nobody. Not in the first or the second round. I don't care who it is. I'm talking the Denver Nuggets too. Nobody want to see the Lakers right now, bro. Because Luka, when you got the ability to score 30 so easy, 40 medium easy, you know what I'm saying? And then you got AR, the white boy, coming off, and you probably underestimating him, which you shouldn't be doing. I mean, I think he done showed you for like 2 seasons who he was.
Yeah.
And then you got the king over there just lurking.
Himself.
Just lurking.
Yeah. He
Like,
definitely playing like the king on the chessboard, just watching everything
come
take
on,
place.
man.
And like, all right, here I come. Y'all watch out. Y'all little pawns and peasants move to the side while I handle business real quick. So I'm excited for them boys, man. I really am. Like since February 28th, the record is 12-1. Now third in the West with wins over New York, Minnesota, Denver. They beat Houston twice back to back. Miami, Orlando, like the Knicks. Like their net rating is fourth, tied with San Antonio right now. Offensive rating, they're third, and their defensive rating now is in the top 10. I think it's currently 8. So they definitely surging at the right time, doing exactly what they need to do to make a stamp on this season, put a stamp on this season going into the playoffs. And it's only a few players in NBA history, right, whose regular season numbers increase when playoff time starts. They used to say that about what's my guy's name whose playoffs numbers was crazy. Uh Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler playoff numbers would go up during the playoff time. Luka's one of those players. Bron's one of those players. It's just like the higher the pressure, the higher the bigger the moments, the better they perform. Some players shrink under that pressure. But the guys on this team, I would say Luka's proven and Bron is proven. AR, time will tell. But in the playoffs, you know what you're going to get from those two players. And that's what you need. It's only 5 players on the court at one time for each team. So to have 2 of those guys pretty much could be the best player on any given night against any given team. It gives you a lot to look forward to in these matchups. So
It's just gonna come down to schemes and defense. It's gonna come down to schemes and defense. If if the Lakers can just have some consistent defense that's pretty good, then I think they can definitely hit the Western Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? If not, and then up after that, it's like shit, whatever happened. You know what I'm saying?
whatever happens, you
It's
just
just like
get
whatever happened. Yeah, just get there, and it's like whatever happened. Like we can pull this shit out. You know what I'm saying? But
for sure.
um, as long as JJ Redick stay polished, he keep his coaching staff, and they all stay coached up, and the Lakers continue to buy into their defensive scheme, and Luka don't don't be the motherfucking weakest link on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he gonna probably be the weakest link, but just don't
Just
crack,
commit
my
and
nigga. Don't
compete.
just compete, bro. And niggas gonna have your back because they already know. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it is what it is.
For sure. So that brings me into the final topic for today's show. NBA's hottest teams. The hottest teams right now. You got OKC on a 12-game winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they've been hot all season. You can't just say right now. They've been dominant the whole season from start to finish. You got the Spurs who are 22-2 in their last 24 games. San Antonio Spurs. They are 2 years ahead of where most people predicted them to be. Most people was like, "Oh, get them a few years. They still young." Especially after the season they had last year, they came back this season with a vengeance. Like they 2 years ahead of schedule, in my opinion. They roster is still young, they core is young, they still finding themselves. But to be this dangerous this early with Wemby, I wouldn't be surprised if
Hey,
they make it to the Western Conference Finals, man. If he can stay healthy,
I'm
they
not
can be
surprised either.
consistent.
Hey,
Oh, man.
Wimby they can fucking run and win a championship because Wimby is the great equalizer. Like he just is. The way that LeBron was a great equalizer for all those years, it didn't really fucking matter. You knew who was gonna be there when the dust settled. I kind of feel that way about Wimby. You know what I'm saying? Just because of his mentality, and
His mentality,
he
bro.
know the gifts that he possessed in terms of his size, and he not afraid to use them motherfuckers.
Not at all.
He don't be in there trying to be timid, be like, like, nah, man, I'm not 7'6". Now he be like, nigga, yeah, nigga, I'm 7'6", and I will dunk on your whole team, and I'm better
Everybody.
than everybody, on the court,
And there's
and
nothing you can do about it.
and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you try, then I'm just gonna show you. So that's the way that he hoop. That's the way that he carry himself on the court, and I love that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it. I didn't love it at first because I'm like, man, it's so tall ass nigga, just extra gifted ass nigga, probably don't put no
Cheat.
work in. But no, his attitude and his mental matches his intangibles. And that's why I fuck with Wemby now. I didn't used to fuck with him, but I just thought he was a creative player. But he a creative player and he mentally strong, bro. I fuck with that shit.
Yeah, especially being in the city in Dallas, man. You know how we feel about the Spurs, but
exactly.
You can't hate on that man. It's like, dang, they got another one. They had Tim and Ginobili.
Kobe would love this nigga.
Now they got
Kobe
Wemby,
would.
Man.
Am I lying? Kobe would fucking love this nigga.
Are so similar, man. This boy is a monk out there training with in the Shaolin Temple with monks and stuff. Like the guy's poised and if you just see his pregame workout, the way he stretches, and he reminds me of Kareem, just how he prepares his body. And most tall, slender guys like that are more prone to be injured, but his flexibility helps him kind of avoid some of those minor or ailing, little injuries that you see most guys his height get. You're like, oh, he's too slim, but he knows how to position his body in certain like to be efficient on the floor. First, he shot too many threes. Now you see him running down court, posting up on the block, like, hey, throw it here. And there's nothing you can do when he catches it that deep in the paint. He's turning around and he's already at the rim. Like, and this is only year 3 for Wemby?
Bro, every last one of their guards, Fox, Castle, every last one of their guards should have no less than 6 or 7 assists just by throwing the ball up to this nigga at the rim, bro. Like when you get to the paint, if he in the paint, when you get to the paint, if you don't throw that motherfucker up, and when he be calling for it too, he be like, throw it up. If you ain't having 7 assists to Wemby, you know what I'm saying? And then when they get a hip to that, bro, then you bullshit. You selfish. You selfish, nigga, because it's the easiest play in basketball right now. Nigga, lob that bitch to Wemby. When you penetrate, he gonna finish that bitch. Period.
Yeah, they one of the hottest teams. You still got Lakers 12-2 in their last 14 games. You even got the Hawks out in the East was 14-2 in their last 16 games. Surprisingly, I don't know how much noise the Hawks will make in the playoffs, but they seem to be excelling or exceeding expectations or just improving ever since the trade of Trae Young. Kuminga added to the team, just adds depth to that young team and core with Jalen Johnson out there balling and doing what he's supposed to. Like, the Hawks going to be a problem. I still feel like they're a few pieces away, but the East is not like there's one dominant team out there. I think you get the right core, right roster move, and you put yourself in a chance to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Because the Knicks have been kind of underachieving this year. They were supposed to be the one favorite. Now you got Boston back and doing what they're doing with JT coming back. And so it's going to be interesting how it plays out over there. But those are some of the NBA's hottest teams getting into these last few weeks of the season, headed into the playoffs. Anything else you want to add, Rich?
Shit, now, man. Y'all get a part of some of these bets, man. This shit hitting right now. We're going to try to lock in with y'all.
Definitely. Put some money in your pockets. Either that's on Prize Picks, Underdog, Sleeper, whatever you betting on. My bookie, let us know. Put it in the comments. We're going to put some episodes out just on the prop bets, gearing up for this playoff run. March Madness is going crazy right now. Sweet 16 is coming up. So, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Out there doing this thing.
LeBron just dunked on a nigga.
Who did?
LeBron just dunked on a nigga.
LeBron caught a body just now. In the cemetery, put dirt on him. What he put on his tombstone?
I don't even know who it was, bro. This nigga just dunked on a nigga for no reason. I heard it. Let me see who it is.
Still out there.
That nigga always, I don't know, he always dunking on white boys. I wasn't a white boy.
Right, man, we don't discriminate.
Yeah, it was
that has it for episode Home Team Hype. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Home Team Hype.
Home Team Hype, that's right. You dig? We out. Bye.